I am on a Western Caribbean cruise on the Norwegian Joy, and I have booked a shore excursion to see the Mayan Temple Complex at Tulum. As the cruise ship has docked at Cozumel, I have to take a ferry to get to the mainland of Mexico. We have arrived at the docks at Playa del Carmen. That ferry ride was definitely not as smooth as I thought it would be. There are apparently several ferry services that run between Cozumel and Playa del Carmen, and as I found out later on, with scheduled departure and arrival times. The ferry has docked at the town of Playa del Carmen, and now we're heading to the bus that will take us to the Mayan Temple Complex at Tulum. This is proving to be a side benefit, as I'm getting to see an actual Mexican town and not a place manufactured for cruise ship visitors. A nice air-conditioned bus for our journey to Tulum. It is a 45-minute to 1-hour journey from Playa del Carmen to Tulum. The bus driver is giving each of us a bottle of water. They say that it is hot. It doesn't feel that hot to me. However, they say that at Tulum, I will feel the heat. Well, here is my first surprise. I thought that immediately as we arrived, I would begin seeing the Tulum Mayan Temple Complex. But instead, there is this large commercial area selling souvenirs, food, and drinks. We made it through the commercial area, and here is my second surprise. It is a considerable walk to the entrance to the Tulum ruins. There are, however, small trams for those who cannot do the walk. It is at this point I begin to understand why the bus driver gave us water. I am starting to feel the heat, and the tour guide has told me that it gets hotter later in the year. Once past the ticket collecting entrance, there's another walk to the actual Mayan ruins. It is nice to have a tour guide to explain about the Mayan civilization before we get to the actual temple complex. We have arrived at the site of the pre-Columbian Mayan walled city at Tulum. These Mayan ruins are located on top of 40-foot cliffs on the east coast of the Yucatan Peninsula on the Caribbean Sea. Tulum was one of the last cities built and inhabited by the Maya. The Maya civilization occupied much of the northwestern part of the Isthmus of Central America and encompassed parts of southern Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, and El Salvador. This little beach is where the Maya would return to in their canoes after their fishing expeditions and also after their trading expeditions. Today, this cove is a nesting site for sea turtles. One nice aspect of this tour is that they give you a little earpiece so that you can hear the tour guide even though you're not next to him. It can be a considerable distance away and still hear what the tour guide is saying.
They took them to the reef to swim with the stingrays and the nursery sharks and the big trawlers.
The Maya are most known for advanced writing systems, a mathematical system, sophisticated calendars, and impressive architecture that included pyramids and temples.
These people, they used to hide the boats after they fish. This is the Caribbean Sea, where they live, maybe.
If you liked this video, please hit the like button and share the video. The Mayan civilization flourished from around 2000 BCE to around 1697 AD. Although we may say that Mayan civilization ended in 1697 AD, in fact, there are descendants of the Maya still alive today, and there are approximately 30 Mayan languages that are still spoken. Unlike other areas where apparently there is a single Mayan pyramid, at Tulum it was a complete city, and hence the reason it's called the Tulum Complex. And there are several buildings, or at least the remains of several buildings. The most significant reason for the downfall of the Maya was the arrival of the Spanish in Mayan areas. The complex at Tulum continued to be occupied for about 70 years after the arrival of the Spanish, and then it was abandoned. Tulum was abandoned because of a combination of factors. The first was the arrival of the Spanish, who brought with them several diseases such as measles and influenza, against which the Maya had no immunity. Also, there began to be war between the different Maya cities, which was encouraged by the Spanish. Also, the Spanish disrupted the trade networks that the Maya had traditionally relied upon, and that decline in trade affected Tulum, and so eventually the city was abandoned. In the present time, the Mayan Temple Complex at Tulum is one of the most popular tourist sites in Mexico. If you want to see other videos of outdoor activities around the Caribbean, select one of the videos that is appearing on your screen now.